Welcome back, everybody, to Witter Field in Wisconsin Rapids. The Rafters took game one of this doubleheader against the Pittsburghers 9-2, led by a strong start from Nathan Hemmerling and some good relief pitching from Cole Eigenheis and Braden Bonner. And the offense got going with 4 runs in the first 2 innings, 5 runs in the last 2 innings. And tonight the Pittsburghers will look to avoid just their second sweep of the season, going up against Jack Gonzalez of the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. A right-hander they faced in game 1, a lefty here in game 2. And let's look at the stat line for Gonzalez on the season. 5 starts, 17 2/3 innings pitched, has a 5.6 ERA. 20 hits against 82 batters, 22 strikeouts to just 9 walks. He has already faced Traverse City once this season. We'll get into that in a minute. First, the starting lineup. The 3 outfielders, back-to-back-to-back. Zeb Rouse in center, Miles Symington in right, Tito Flores in left. Chris Monroe, the first baseman, followed by Michael Steigels DHing. Trey Younger, the second baseman, followed by Christian Faust at third. Adam Proctor behind the plate in Camden. Traficante at shortstop. Only those last 2. And the leadoff hitter, Zeb Rouse, new in the lineup, 6 returners. And Zeb Rouse will step into the batter's box to get things started against Gonzalez here in this ball game. Gonzalez deals first pitch, strike on the outside corner. We're underway in game 2, 8:12 Central Time start on first pitch. Zeb got the game 1 off. Is back in the lineup for game 2. Started a game against the Kalamazoo Growlers. Started to break out of a little bit of a slump. He went several games without a hit and then had a 3-for-5 game and a 1-for-4 game against the Kingfish. But 0-for-7 against the Growlers. Started both of those games. Was hitless in his first 3 at-bats in game 1 of the series in Kalamazoo, and was taken out to pinch hit. And he strikes out looking here to start the day. And just like game 1 started with a strikeout, game 2 will start with a strikeout. Gonzalez getting Zeb looking there for out number 1. Back in the 2-hole for game 2, Miles Symington, the right fielder. Lefty-lefty matchup against Gonzalez. First pitch comes inside. First ball thrown, as he got Zeb out on just 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Exactly the same as the first when Hemmerling got Trey Younger. Symington, big hack, fouls it off just back behind the plate. 1-1 count to Symington now. A 1-1 count. Gonzalez gets ready for it. Breaking ball high to Symington. 2-1 hitters count for the right fielder from Purdue University. Symington hitting .263 now on the season after 0-for-2 with a walk in game 1. The 2-1 pitch, big hack on the breaking ball that caught too much of the zone, but he fouls it off out of play. And the count goes 2-2. Gonzalez, last time he faced Traverse City on June 19th, pitched 4 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, and a loss to the Pittsburghers. 2-2 pitch, Symington fouls it off. In that game that Gonzalez started, Symington played hero as he walked off the Rapids, a 5-4 victory on a 2-out single into the right center field gap, although it would have been extra bases if it wasn't a walk-off hit. Another 2-2 coming to Miles. Breaking ball, hit well into right field, but going to hang up for the right fielder, and it's going to be caught for out number 2. Traverse City in game 1 did not get their first base runner until the 4th inning, so expect them to be working faster in this ball game. So now 2 away, no one on for Tito Flores. The left fielder played third base in game 1. But as Zeb Rouse comes off the bench into the lineup, a spot had to be moved. Cruz Taylor out of the lineup. And Steigel's DHing, so that opened up a spot in the outfield for Tito to go back to left. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. Second pitch from Gonzalez off the outside part of the plate, just barely missed. 1-1 count now to Tito. Flores, 250 hitter. His average dropped a bit after going 0 for 1 in game 1, but he did have 2 walks, so he was able to reach base twice. Struck out his first plate appearance and then walked the next 2 times he was up. The 1-1 to him here. He'll take it on the inside corner for strike 2, and Gonzalez a strike away from a 1-2-3 first. Gonzalez takes him in to get the sign, gets it, and the 1-2 pitch to Tito Flores. Fastball swung on and missed on the outside corner, and it's a very similar start to the game. 2 strikeouts and a 1-2-3 inning for a Rafter pitcher. And we'll go to the bottom half. Pittsburghers going down in order without a threat. We'll return in just a minute on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids, bottom of the first inning here. And we'll take a look around the diamonds at how the Pittsburghers are stacking up defensively. Behind the plate, Adam Proctor got game 1 off in for game 2. Chris Monroe goes from DH to first. Trey Younger goes from second to second, staying at second. Cannon Traficante in the game at shortstop, which means Christian Faust moves over from short to third, which pushes Tito Flores from third to left. Zeb Rouse in for Cruz Taylor in center, and Miles Symington stays in right field. Jacob Marcus, the starter for the Pittsburghers in game 2, looking to get win number 1 on the season and split this doubleheader. First pitch to Cooper Kornblum right down the middle for a strike. Marcus, though his record won't show it, he is having a good season. As he gets a ground ball to Monroe, easy play, can of corn, and there's one quick out. Marcus on the season has not faced, or has faced the Rafters as the same pitching matchup that happened back in Traverse City on June 19th, Gonzalez against Marcus. Marcus and Gonzalez both struggled, both gave up 3 earned runs. Marcus's was through 3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 walk, 3 runs, struck out 4. Has lost his last 2 starts as he gets a grounder up the middle. Traficante fields, throws strong on to Monroe, and 2 quick ground ball outs induced by Marcus, 2 away. A quicker, better start than game 1 when the Rafters were successfully able to put on the first 2 batters on singles. Now 2 ground outs. And E.J. Exposito, the shortstop, moves up from the 5-hole to the 3-hole and moves over from second to short for today's game. Marcus on the season 0-3 record, no wins, though he has pitched well in a couple starts where he was not able to get a victory. Has a 2.48 ERA as the third lowest mark for a starting pitcher behind Jeremy Neff and Wyatt Rush. Strike here to Exposito, 1-1 now the count. Marcus's last start was a loss. 5 innings pitched, only 2 runs given up against the Growlers, but as his team was only able to score 1, he got the loss in that ballgame. Even has a loss on the season where he did not give up an earned run, also against the Growlers. His team lost 2-0, got shut out, pitched 5 innings, only 3 hits, no earned runs. Got the loss because of an unearned run. Trying to get win number 1 here. 1-2 to Exposito. Outside misses. 2-2 count evens up now. His first start of the season, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run, and was not able to get the win there as his team didn't give him the run support. They had to walk it off in extra innings. Just not able to get the support from his team. Best start of the season came at Madison, his second start of the season. As a 2-2 count here to Exposito, deals line to first, and Monroe puts it away. Both pitchers with 1-2-3 innings. And Marcus doesn't let a ball leave the infield. A better start here. A first inning with no base runners. We'll go to the second, middle of the lineup, coming up for Traverse City when we return on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids for the second inning of play here. Both pitchers dealing a 1-2-3 first inning, so we go to the second. No runners on board, looking to change that. Chris Monroe, the designated hitter in Game 1, first baseman here in Game 2. Monroe comes in hot on the season with a 10-game hit streak, and now facing a left-hander in this game, trying to add on to the streak. Swung and missed on the first pitch, fouls one back. Monroe announced as the beer batter for Game 2 of the doubleheader. So if he strikes out, discounted beer for the fans. Monroe 1 for 3 in Game 1 with an RBI single. Did strike out twice, though. And an 0-2 pitch here from Gonzalez. Lined up the middle, base hit into center field, and Monroe will extend his hit streak now to 11 consecutive ball games. Good 2-strike hitting there, sent it right back where it came, up the middle, past Gonzalez for a base hit. And Traverse City will lead off the inning with the first base runner of the ball game. Michael Steigels was the left fielder in Game 1, moves to DH tonight. Batting with the leadoff man aboard on base. Monroe leads. The first pitch to Steigels is high for a ball. Steigels was 1 for 3 in Game 1 with an RBI single to left center field. Every at-bat, though, it did hit the ball hard on a line. Just was unlucky on the first two. Finally got the third to fall. 1-0 pitch from Gonzalez, swing and a miss on the outside corner. And I'm starting to think Gonzalez's fastball has a little tail on it, as hitters are swinging and missing on balls a little off the plate. I think that a little two-seam tail is fooling them. So now 1-1 count to Steigels. Has a 4-game hit streak, smaller than Monroe's, but he's getting it up there. And that ball in the dirt gets through the legs of the catcher. Monroe will scamper down to second on, I think, a pass ball. So not a wild pitch, that's a pass ball. Different catcher for the Rafters in Game 2. They had Diacunto back there in Game 1. Now Weston Eberle for the second game. And now Monroe in scoring position with no one away. And a 2-1 count to Steigels. Was all over the ball in Game 1. And now has a 3-1 count as Gonzalez deals high. He's thrown 2 high fastballs, 1 low breaking ball that got through the legs of Eberle. See what he comes with on 3-1. The only strike he threw was an outside fastball. Got a swing and miss on it. Hitters count 3-1 to Steigels, and it misses off the plate, and a good play by Eberle to keep it in front, not allowing it to go to the backstop. And now first and second with no one away for the Pittsburghers. Would be huge if they can strike here early on, as they were not able to score until the 4th inning, even put a base runner on until the 4th inning in Game 1. But at that point, they were already losing 4-0, so they can strike with a big inning here. Starting to have the makings of a big inning, a single from Monroe, walk to Steigels. Trey Younger, the second baseman for the second consecutive game, steps into the batter's box. Only Younger and Symington in the same positions as they were in Game 1. Younger shows bunt, pulls back on a ball in the dirt. And with 2 leadoff batters, Younger trying to advance those runners to third and second with just 1 away, if he can successfully get it down. Younger got the signs. The pitch shows bunt, pulls back again as that one misses outside. Now 2-0. Rebant going through the signs again with Younger at the plate. A 2-0 count. I can tell you right now, there's no bunt coming. I know the signs down there. 2-0, showing bunt. Gets it down. It's a good one. The throw is going to go to first. No throw, actually. Gonzalez couldn't get a grasp on it. Might be an effect of the wet infield, as it was raining a little bit here earlier. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out in the ball game. Going to go down as a bunt single for Trey Younger. So now the first 3 batters have reached. No one out. Bases loaded for Pittsburghers here in the second, and Christian Faust, the man at the plate. Faust was hitless in the first game, though he made solid contact. 3 groundouts in the game. First pitch to him here, just got a piece of it, fouled it straight back. As Gonzalez now tries to work out of big trouble. The Rafters themselves had loaded the bases with nobody out in the second, and they scored 3 runs off of it. Traverse City trying to have some similar success here and get their first lead of this series. Pitch to Faust. Little chopper to first. Throw coming home, and the throw will be in time to get Monroe at the plate. The first baseman, Castillo, slipped up a little bit there on the grass, but was able to recover and still make the play. Castillo was playing in left field in Game 1, first in this game. And that's a big out for the Rafters. They can turn 2 to end the inning with Adam Proctor at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup here. First pitch to Proctor. He'll take it across the knees for strike 1. The wind, the way it's blowing, will be better for a lefty, though. Not benefiting either side, not blowing out. But definitely would be better than a right-handed hitter if you get some lift on it. Proctor takes that pitch off the plate for the first ball, 1-1 count. Proctor did not play game 1. Miguel Useche was the catcher there. Proctor, a .241 hitter, taking the second game, splitting time with Useche behind the plate. 1-1 here. Swing and a miss on the fastball in the zone. And Proctor needs to protect on 2 strikes. Try to get a ball in play to get a run across. Gonzalez trying to work some magic. Here's the 1-2 to Adam Proctor. Breaking ball, Proctor, a little blooper to center, and the shortstop, Exposito's back to make the catch for out number 2, and now just 1 out away from getting out of this inning. Proctor under that one. Pop up to short to Exposito, and now Gonzalez can get out of this with 1 out here. Traverse City this season has already loaded the bases and not been able to score. That was the finale against Kenosha back on July 3rd. They lost the game 2-1 as they weren't able to bring in a runner. And Camden Traficante trying to produce here, batting from the right side, the switch hitting shortstop. Back-to-back pitches. He's fouled off the right side, out of play. And Gonzalez a strike away from getting out of this inning. Oh, 2 pitch coming here, way ahead in the count. Doesn't have to give him anything too good. Gonzalez gets the sign. And here's the 0-2 pitch to Traficante. He deals, and Traff again will foul it off the right side and stay alive in the count. Traverse City trying to capitalize on loading the bases here in the second. Need a hit here from Traff. Another 0-2 coming. And Gonzalez deals high and outside. Traff trying to make an instant impact after getting game 1 off. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball. High, and now the count evens up 2-2. Traficante putting together a pretty good at-bat here. Fouled off some 2-strike pitches. Gonzalez still, though, a strike away from getting out of it. The 2-2 to Traficante. Swing and a miss. Traficante misses, and the Pittsburghers leave him loaded in the second. They put him loaded with nobody out, and they can't come through with the hit. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. Big missed opportunity there for Traverse City when we come back. Bottom of the second here in Wisconsin Rapids at Witter Field, and some momentum shifting here to the Rafters side. Was all the way on Traverse City's side as they loaded the bases with no one out in the top half on a single, a walk, and a single. But Gonzalez able to get out of it. No runs come across, so now the Rafters having some momentum as they take it from the Pit Spitters side. Quick 0-2 count here on 2 swings and misses from Marco Castillo, the first baseman for the Rafters tonight. The 0-2 pitch from Marcus dealt high. First ball he's thrown to Castillo goes 1-2. Castillo hitting .261 now after 1 for 3 in the first game. 1-2 swing and a miss, and Marcus has that breaking ball working. That power slider of his gets Castillo swinging on the outside pitch, and there's one away. His first strikeout in the game. And Marcus is a guy who is extremely consistent on the year. His first 4 starts, he struck out 4 batters in all 4 starts, and then only struck out 2 in his start at Kokomo on the 25th, so he realized he had to pick it up and struck out 6 his last start against Kalamazoo. So he's on the same sort of path, 8 every 2 games if you want to look into it like that. Swing and a miss by Jacob Hinderleiter. Jacob against Jacob matchup here. Hinderleiter, the second baseman in this second game, fouls one off the right side and out of play, and Marcus has him behind 1-2 in the count. Who's going to win this battle of the Jacobs? Let's find out who the superior Jacob is on the 1-2 pitch. And, ooh, nice breaking ball from Marcus. Tried to find that inside corner. Hinderleiter turned on the inside pitch. Tried to find its way back across the inside part. Just missed, count even at 2-2 now. Marcus gets the sign and deals 2-2, and Hinderleiter just stays alive. Got a piece off the end of the bat there. Marcus trying to give the Pit Spitters a better start than Game 1. Has been good here so far. Another 2-2 to Hinderleiter. Fly ball right field. Symington going back, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So 5 up, 5 down for Marcus. Jacob beats Jacob there. So far, Marcus in the advantage in the battle of the Jacobs. And we go to Benjamin Swords with no one on, 2 away. Swords taking over for Nikoloff at third base in this ball game. First pitch he sees from Marcus, he'll take right down the middle for a strike. Swords hitting .262 on the year. Was 0 for 1 in just 1 at-bat against the Wisconsin Woodchucks on June 24th. That was his last game played. Last time he faced Traverse City was hitless in both games. In the game over in Traverse City in Michigan. So we'll be looking for his first hit against the Pit Spitters this season. Down 0-2 in the count, though. Marcus looking for his second strikeout of the game. Just a little inside on the fastball. Tried to get the inside corner there. Brought it inside just a little bit too much. Count goes 1-2, but Jacob Marcus still well ahead in the count. See if he throws the power slider here. Chopped up the middle. Younger makes the play at second and throws across his body to Monroe at first to end the inning. 6 up, 6 down for Jacob Marcus. And we're through 2 scoreless here in Wisconsin Rapids. On to the third in this second game of a 7-inning doubleheader. We'll be back in just a minute on Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the third inning here at Witter Field, and the top of the order back up for Traverse City after they left them loaded in the second. The top of the lineup will look to produce something here. Liner right to the second baseman, Hinderleiter, a quick out number one. Zeb hit it hard, but right to the second baseman for the first out. 0 for 2 now on the night. The top three in the lineup went down in order their first trip to the plate. And then Monroe, Steigels, and Younger all reached to start the second, but Jack Gonzalez was able to leave them loaded. No runs scored. And that could be a big point in this ball game. Miles Symington up at the plate now, lined out to the right fielder his first time up as he battled after going down to 2 strikes and sat on a breaking ball, lining it to right field. And Urs was able to get over there to make the grab. First ball here, 1-0 pitch to Symington. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Symington will look for his first hit in the series, was 0 for 2 in game 1. Did walk and score in the fourth, but has not gotten a hit on the day. 1-1 and the pitch high. 2-1 hitters count to Symington, hitting .263 on the year, was 0 for 2 game 1. 1 for 4 his last game against the Kalamazoo Growlers on the 5th. Swings at the 2-1, late on it, fouls it off the left side, out of play, and the count evens again now at 2-2. Gonzalez had 2 strikeouts in the first inning and got a strikeout to finish off the second, has 3 on the day, looks for 4 here. Symington looking to protect for the second at-bat now with 2 strikes. Was able to battle and put a ball in play last time up. A 2-2 here. Breaking ball. Grounded to second. Hinderleiter fields and throws to first in time, 2 away. A good 2-strike approach from Miles there. 2 times now he's hit the ball hard with 2 strikes, but not able to find a hole. He's 0 for 2, and that will bring in Tito Flores. Flores on the day struck out in the first inning on both games. But last game, reached his next 2 at-bats on walks. So see if he can reach in his second at-bat here. First pitch to him from Gonzalez, right down the middle, and Tito a little late. Gets just a piece, fouls it straight back. Flores back in his normal spot in left field after playing third last game. The utility player from the University of Michigan. Watches the 0-1 pitch come across high, 1-1. Traverse City's 3 strikeouts, all on the fastball, not being fooled by the breaking balls so far. Gonzalez deals on 1-1. There's the breaking ball. Flores, solid contact to right, but Irvs is going to backtrack and make the play. Another 1-2-3 inning for Gonzalez. And we'll go to the bottom half, scoreless at Witter Field on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Witter Field in Wisconsin Rapids. Bottom of the third, Jacob Marcus has sat down the first 6 he's faced, and now we'll start off the inning by facing the designated hitter, Donovan Brandel, who was making his first appearance at the plate on the season, a usual pitcher, and that ball got the trainer down there. I'm not sure who takes care of the trainer when he gets hurt, but that one did get the Traverse City trainer. Seems fine. I think he should take a walk off. Way ahead of that one is Brandel. The 0-1 from Marcus misses off the plate. Brandel, a pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids, pitcher from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. First career plate appearance. On the season as a pitcher, he's pitched 16 innings with a 5.63 ERA, but will take on Traverse City as a hitter in this game. Has a 2-1 count, and Marcus misses, so it's 3-1. Needs to find the zone here. Against a pitcher, definitely need to throw a strike. The 3-1 from Marcus. Right down the middle, and got a piece of it is Brandel, so the count goes full. And Marcus has to make a pitch here. He's retired the first 6 he's faced. Against a guy who's never swung a bat this season. 3-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. Marcus picks up strikeout number 2 on the day. 1 away here in the third. A perfect spot, but a nice at-bat from the pitcher who's never batted before. He battled, got the count full, but saw strike 3 on the outside corner. A perfect fastball for Marcus, and that brings in the Rafter catcher, Weston Eberle, taking over for Diacunto behind the plate in game 2. Marcus gets him on a swing and strike to start the at-bat. Eberle hitting .221 on the season. 0 for 1 with an RBI and 2 walks and a hit by pitch his last game against the Booyah. Fouls one back, and Marcus has him down 0-2. Last time he faced Traverse City only played game 2, so he has not faced Jacob Marcus, who pitched game 1 in the series in Traverse City, but was 0 for 4 with a strikeout in that game. Hitless against the Pittsburghers this year. 0-2 pitch from Marcus. Inside corner, and might have been a little inside or high. Tough to tell from my vantage point in the press box, but the count goes 1-2. Eberle's 22nd game on the season. And on the 1-2, Marcus got him swinging. He has that slider working. That pitch was in the left-hand batter's box, and he got Eberle to chase for strikeout number 2 of this inning. Strikeout number 3 of the game. Now the final batter here in the lineup for Wisconsin Rapids, Addy Burrow, the center fielder, as Cooper Kornblum moves from center to left in this game. First pitch just missing. Called low. Got the inside part, but not high enough to be called a strike. Oh, and that pitch goes inside and got Burrow on the helmets, and that's why we wear them. The first base runner to reach for the Rafters. The first trip to the lineup on a fastball that got away from Marcus, and looking at Burrow and tapping his chest as if to say, my bad. Definitely not any intent there in a game that Marcus is trying to win and was trying to stay perfect through the first time through the lineup. But Burrow reaches on a hit by pitch, and it's back to the top in Cooper Kornblum. Runner goes. First pitch inside. Proctor's throw down, and the tag by Younger nails him. Proctor with a strong arm, and the Michigan State catcher says, not on my watch, and we're through 3 scoreless here at Witter Field. 4th inning coming up with the middle of the lineup due up when we come back on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Fourth inning getting underway here. We're scoreless through the first three as Marcus has no-hit the Rafters through three. Only one base runner allowed on the hit by pitch, but Proctor immediately erased him. So we're back to the middle of the lineup, the part of the lineup that produced the bases loaded in the second, and Chris Monroe leading it off. First pitch fouled off. Monroe, tonight's beer batter. Cruz Taylor was the beer batter in game one, and he struck out his second at-bat to give the fans some free beer. Monroe singled his first time up. Takes a pitch high there. 1-1 goes the count. Monroe got down 0-2 his first time, and the fans were starting to cheer for some beer, but Monroe sent one up the middle for a hit. 11 straight games now, he's gotten a base hit. And on 1-2, he fouls it out of play. So now down 2 strikes, 1-2. The beer batter in trouble here. Trying to give the fans some beer. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Jack Gonzalez. Fouled off. Monroe will stay alive. Gonzalez hasn't shown him a breaking ball yet. Might throw it here on 1-2. So now the 1-2, Gonzalez gets the sign. Monroe leading off the inning, and the 1-2 pitch from him is a breaking ball, and it's in there for a strike. Monroe goes down looking. Beer batter hits for the Rafters. And the leadoff man retired by Gonzalez, one away. 6 straight retired now by Gonzalez after loading the bases in the second. He's put down 6 in a row, and now Michael Steigels will bat. He walked Steigels in the second. The only walk he's given up, a part of the 2 hits and a walk in the second. Steigels trying to reach base for the second time in this game. Lines one up the middle and right over the second base bag. Steigels with a 1-out single here gets himself on base for the second time and has a hit in both games this series, now 5 consecutive games on the season. Trey Younger singled his first at-bat when he tried to put down a sacrifice bunt and was fast enough to reach first on a single. And that's what loaded the bases before Gonzalez worked the next 3 outs to leave him stranded. First pitch to Younger here, high. Younger takes for a ball. Steigels at first has some speed. He stole second base in game 1. In the 6th inning, right after his RBI single, stole second, got himself in a scoring position, but was left stranded. 1-0 here. Steigels leaning a little bit, and the throw comes over, and a nice play by the first baseman. Castillo keeps it from going off to the right side. One-0 pitch, another pick over by Gonzalez. Steigels reading his pickoff move well. Only 1 pitch thrown. First pitch ball, 2 consecutive pickoffs. See if Gonzalez deals to Younger here. And a third consecutive pickoff, and again, almost got away from Castillo. Had to reach all the way across his body, leaping to make the catch and keep it from going to the right field seating area where the Pittsburgh's bullpen members are. Steigel's getting a good lead. Another step. And finally deals on 1-0. Younger rips it into center field. That's down. It's going to be in the right center field gap. A runner scores. No one's covering second, so Trey Younger will take the bag. He got himself a single, but Hinderleiter was the cutoff man, and Exposito was not covering the bag, so heads up base running by Trey Younger. He swipes second as no one was looking. And the Pittsburghers in business again. Runners now third and second with only one away. And they're right where they were the last time when they had the bases loaded, no one out. Christian Faust at the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice his first time. This time, fouls went off the right side out of play. Faust grounded out to first, and the first baseman Castillo made the play and fired home to get the force out. The first of 3 outs that Gonzalez was able to get in that inning. 0-1 pitch coming to Faust. In the dirt, and a good block by Eberle keeps it in front and holds the runners at third and second. The 1-1 pitch coming. Runners on third and second with 1 out here in the fourth. Gonzalez gets set. Deals 1-1. Faust up the middle, through the legs. 1 run scores. Younger getting the wave. Throw home, not in time by Burrow. And the Pittsburghers in game 2 strike first. It's 2-0. 3 consecutive hits for Traverse City. And they strike in game 2. Their first lead of the series. They're on top 2-0. So now Faust on first. He is second on the team in RBIs, inches a little closer to Monroe, but Monroe still 9 RBIs ahead of him. Rolled over Proctor. The play goes to first, and not in time. They try to turn a 3-6-1 double play. Castillo's throw to Exposito in time, but the return throw a little late as Proctor reaches safely on the fielder's choice. Proctor busting it out of the box to make sure he was able to beat that out and extend the inning. And he will reach, and it extends for Camden Traficante. Traficante struck out his first at-bat. Oh, wait a minute. Faust is safe at second base. Just now noticing that. The ruling must have been Exposito was off the second base bag. Runner goes. Traficante pops up the bunt. The play is made by the pitcher, and he throws a second for the double play. Inning over. The inning will end right there. But the Pittsburghers strike with 2 runs, and they're on top 2-0 as we go to the bottom half on Pittsburgh Radio. Bottom of the fourth here at Witter Field in Wisconsin Rapids. 2-0 the lead as Traverse City struck for 2 runs in the top of the inning. A 2 RBI single from Christian Faust got the job done. And Marcus now working with a lead here in the fourth. That pitch might have been a little low. Definitely across the plate, just must have not been high enough. So 2-1 to Kornblum, grounded to third. Faust charges, fields, throws, and a nice stretch from Monroe to get the out. Kornblum grounds out to third. He was up at the plate as the third inning ended when Burrow was caught stealing. So he leads off the fourth with a ground out, and now Mackenzie Irves up at the plate. Irves grounded out to short to Traficante the first time up.
I'll tell you what, after T-ball, I'll read before T-ball, but after T-ball, have sweet cherry.
First pitch to Irves, a strike. Marcus rolling so far. Misses well off the plate there, losing the fastball. The rain coming down very softly here in Wisconsin Rapids, but the wind is kind of blowing it from left to right across the diamond. As Irves fouls one off the right side out of play, Marcus will be once again ahead in the count. Looking for strikeout number 4 on his night. His usual number for a start. The 1-2 to Irves. Slider, right side, and just a couple inches to the right of the first base bag. Foul down the line. Another 1-2 here from Jacob Marcus. Dealt high on the fastball. Not able to locate it in the zone. The 2-2 to Irves inside, and the count now goes full to the Rafters right fielder. Marcus, only one batter has reached on a hit by pitch. And now we'll put a runner on via the walk. Irves works the full count and makes his way down to first on the free pass.
Visit Carriage Trade Laundry for all your laundry needs on 8th Street. Shortstop number 4, E.J. Exposito.
The free pass to Irves will bring in the shortstop, E.J. Exposito. He lined out to Monroe at first, his first time up. Solid contact, but just right to Monroe. First pitch to him here, checks his swing, but a called strike on the corner. First walk issued by Marcus after the hit by pitch to Burrow in the third. Gets a runner on and will effectively bring the tying run up to the plate. Marcus looking in for the sign. Only the second time he's had to pitch from the stretch. Deals on 0-1. Low in the dirt. Proctor picks it up. Marcus has walked a batter now in 5 consecutive starts. 1-1 here, misses inside, and the count 2-1 hitters count for Exposito. And now Proctor's going to go have a little talk with his pitcher. The mist might be getting to his control a little bit.
Hey, when the Crockett septic pumper trucks come rolling down the road, pump your septic and holding tanks, the only thing you'll see.
So Proctor talking to his pitcher. Exposito, 236 hitter, was 1 for 2 with a pair of walks in the first game of this series. And he was also 1 for 7 in 2 games in Traverse City, but was able to reach base 3 times in game 1. Not yet here as he lined out to first time up. A 2-1 pitch now coming to Exposito. Grounded to short, Traficante fields, throws to second in time to get the runner Irvs going to second. A beautiful play by Traficante as he was going across his body, moving to his right, had to backhand, turn and make an accurate throw to Younger covering second. They do get the lead runner Irvs. Exposito does reach on the fielder's choice. Inning will continue for Marco Castillo. Castillo was the first strikeout victim to Jacob Marcus in the second inning, his first at-bat. First pitch to him here is right there for a strike. A new runner over on first. Exposito has 4 stolen bases in 6 tries this year, as Marcus tries a slider and yanks it for the first ball. Castillo was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs in the first game. Also added a walk to that, but was 0 for 5 the first time against the Pittsburghers. Fouls one off his leg. That 0 for 5 game was the game started by Marcus in Traverse City, so has not got a hit off Marcus yet this year. Trying to change that narrative here as Marcus takes a quick walk around, steps back on the mound for the 1-2 pitch with 2 outs in the 4th. Gets set, ready to go. Deals, grounded to third, should end the inning. Faust will go the short route to Younger covering second. Inning is over. We've played 4 in the second game of a doubleheader in a 7-inning ball game. 3 innings remain. Traverse City up 2-0, and they will bat with the top of their lineup when we return in the top of the 5th on the Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids for the 5th inning of play. There are 3 innings remaining in this 7-inning doubleheader game 2. Pittsburghers scored 2 their last inning thanks to a 2 RBI single from Christian Faust. And that 2 RBI single was set up by Trey Younger's heads-up aggressive base running, taking second base on his single when no one was covering the bag, and allowed him to get to second in scoring position for that 2 RBI single. Back to the top of the order, the only part of the order that has not done anything today, 0 for 6, their first 2 trips. Rouse looking to change that here. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Struck out looking in his first at-bat against Gonzalez and lined out sharply to second his last time up. Trying to come through with a hit here. Try to give his pitcher Marcus some insurance. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a nice pitch from Gonzalez on the outside part, and it's now 0-2. Zeb struck out on 3 pitches in the first. I'm sure he doesn't want to go down on 3 again. We'll be looking to protect here on 2 strikes. Ready for the 0-2. Gonzalez ready. Goes into this wind-up deals, and Zeb up the middle, sinking, and Burrow not going to reach. It's a lead-off single for Zeb Rouse into right center field to start the 5th.
Right fielder number 30, Miles Simon.
Zeb getting out of a little bit of a mini slump he was in. Zeb was hitless his last 2 games, both against the Growlers, after getting hits in both games against the Kenosha Kingfish. So good to see him get a hit here, break out of the mini 2-game slump he was in. On first. First pitch to Symington. He lines one into left center field, and that's down for a hit. A carbon copy of Zeb's single, both of them going the opposite way and dropping it into the shallow outfield for singles. Zeb went the other way to right center field, Symington the other way to left center field, and there are 2 on with nobody out to start the 5th. Really the only part of the lineup that had not yet come through, as Rouse, Symington, and Flores were all hitless their first trip. Rouse and Symington break through with a hit here. Now up Tito Flores, who's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Let's see if the bunt is on here. It was on with runners on first and second in the 2nd inning when Trey Younger had a bunt single. See if Flores is tasked with putting down a sac bunt. Gonzalez looks at Zeb at second. Tito does square, and the throw is high, and Zeb is going to take third, and the throw goes into the outfield. Zeb's coming home to score, and Symington going up to second. It's 3-0 Traverse City. A heads-up play by Zeb, who had third base stolen easily, and the throw from Eberle low. Swords couldn't pick it at third. It scampered into left field. That seemed like a steal just for Zeb, as Symington was not off on the pitch. It works, though, and now we'll probably take the bunt off for Tito. It does, and he watches one low. And the first pitch was a ball, so it's 2-0 to Tito Flores. Zeb definitely had third stolen, as he was off on the pitch, regardless of if Flores got the bunt down or not. Scores on the throwing error by Eberle. Flores takes on 2-0, low, so now it's 3-0 to the left fielder for Traverse City. The utility man for the University of Michigan had a .324 average in the spring for the Wolverines. And although his Michigan Wolverines lost in the NCAA Regional to Central Michigan, he ended his season on a high note, going 2 for 4 with a home run in his final game in that regional, losing to a teammate of his on Traverse City, Mario Camilletti, Chippewas, though Camilletti not here for the road trip. Will be back in Traverse City when they return on Saturday. 3-1 swinging, and Flores shoots it out of play down the right side. And the count goes full to Tito. Tito and Camilletti, a deadly 2-3 combo in the lineup, and that's why Symington is hitting 2 with Camilletti out, keeping the left-handed bat in the 2-hole, but 2-3 in the lineup, a dangerous combination for Reband's club. Throw down to third, and Symington safe on the stolen base as Flores walks. A stolen base for Miles Symington as Flores walks down to first, and all 3 batters in the inning have reached safely. Symington stole third, so there's runners on the corners for the leading RBI batter, Chris Monroe. The catcher, Eberly, now is going to go have a quick talk with his pitcher. Runners on the corners, no one away. Traverse City leading 3-0, trying to flip the script as they lost 9-2 in Game 1. Themselves trying to take a big lead. Got a good guy at the plate. Monroe is first on the team in RBIs. Has an 11-game hit streak going. And in the entire Northwoods League is only a few RBIs short of the league lead. He has 27, is 6 shy of Cam Redding of Kenosha. Is ranked 4th in the league with his 27 ribbies. A mound visit now officially for the Rafters after Eberly talked to his pitcher. Might be for a new arm. As Gonzalez struggling, throwing 69 pitches. Only 10 in the inning to the first 3 hitters, and his night will end. We will get a new pitcher for the Rafters when we return. Go over that on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back for the top of the 5th inning. Big spot here. The Pittsburghers have already scored 1 as Zeb Rouse stole third and then scored on a throwing error. And Miles Symington just stole third as Tito Flores walked down to first. So there's runners on the corners, first and third, with nobody out here in the top of the 5th for the leading RBI man on Traverse City, Chris Monroe. He had an RBI base hit in the first game and already has a base hit here in the 2nd inning. Struck out his last time up. New pitcher for the Rafters. And Monroe lines one sharply down the first baseline into the outfield. An RBI for him there. And Flores will go first to third on the RBI base hit from Monroe. Monroe absolutely smokes that ball. Would love to see the exit velo on that ball. It was near the first baseman Castillo, but not able to field it. That ball had to be upper 90s, if not, probably not 100, but mid to upper 90s off the bats from Monroe. And will go back to his ways. Now has multiple hits in 5 of his last 6 games. And adds on to his team-leading RBI. That's now his 28th on the season, 5 shy of the Northwoods League lead. Michael Steigels now up at the plate. Steigels already himself has a single in this game. Singled and scored in the 4th, one of 3 consecutive hits in that 4th inning. And walked his first time up, so he's been on base twice. Watches one. Called a strike, looked a little off the plate. The one spot I can see is the corner of the plate closest to the left-handed batter's box. I can tell if it's off that corner. Not the other corner, but I could tell that one was off the plate. 1-1 count. That ball, good block in the dirt by Eberle, keeping it in front. Traverse City leading 4-0 and still threatening for more with no one out. 4 batters all reached, 3 singles and a walk in the inning. Steigels, big swing and a miss on the 2-1. That's going to even the count at 2-2.
Across here in the 5th. Trying to keep the Rafters hanging around and hope the Rafters can at least get a hit.
2-2 to Steigels. The pitch fouled off hard down the right side and out of play. Steigels staying alive against the new pitcher, Zachary Bennett. The 2-2 again, got him swinging on a breaking ball. Bennett's first strikeout. And there's finally one away in the inning. 4 straight reached before that strikeout. Traverse City just fully turning things around after only scoring 2 runs through 7 innings last game. Just 3 hits. 8 hits here in this ball game, and already 4 runs across. Had a chance for more as they loaded the bases with no one out in the 2nd, but they could not cash in. But have scored 2 in the 4th, 2 here in the 5th, and now Trey Younger at the plate. First pitch to him, shows bunt, gets it down, and the runner's going to come home and score on the safety. And the ball goes into right field. Younger takes the turn going to 2nd. Throw in is going to be in time to get him out. But another run scores on an RBI safety squeeze bunt from Trey Younger. Monroe goes all the way to 3rd. I'm wondering how they'll rule that, if it was a bunt single and then the error, or if Younger just reached solely on the error. A perfect bunt from Younger, pushing it down the first base side. Waiting to see how this one's going to be scored. 2 outs now in the inning as Younger tried to advance to 2nd on the throwing error, but was thrown out as Irvs backed up the play. So now Christian Faust at the plate with Monroe over on 3rd. Faust already has a pair of RBIs in the ball game on a 2 RBI single in the 4th. And right as he tried to inch himself closer to Monroe for the lead on the team in RBIs, Monroe answered in this inning, but Faust can answer right back. An 0-2 pitch coming, though, to Faust. And it's high for a ball. Bennett couldn't find the zone on that pitch. 5-0 lead for the Pittsburghers here. Still looking for more if Faust can get a hit. 1-2, fouled off, and he'll stay alive. Monroe waiting over on third base. Another 1-2, and Faust will fight off another pitch and stay alive. So Bennett will have to reset as Faust has fought off a couple 2-strike pitches. Not willing to go down that easily. Trying to keep the inning going and play another run. Another 1-2 from Bennett. He deals. Foul swing and a miss. Bennett wore him down, got him with the off-speed, and the inning finally comes to a close. 3 more runs for Traverse City on 3 hits, a walk, and a couple RBIs from Monroe and Younger. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Pittsburghers on top by 5 when we return. Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Wisconsin Rapids. First pitch to Jacob Hinderleiter, and he shows bunts trying to reach base. Pulls back. It's called a strike. Another matchup of Jacob versus Jacob. Marcus to Hinderleiter. Hinderleiter just got a piece of it off the end of his bat into the glove of Proctor, and he's down 0-2 quickly in the count. Marcus still looking for his signature 4th strikeout in the ball game. Could get it here. 0-2 inside. Tried to bring a slider on the indoor part of the plate, but started at 2 inside, and Hinderleiter backs out of trouble. Now the 1-2, still ahead in the count, fouled off right side. That was a better pitch for Marcus as he tried to find the inside slider, but Hinderleiter all over it, fouls it off. If he can locate the slider outside, it could be an effective strikeout pitch here. Goes into his windup and deals. And that ball ripped hard to left field, racing the left fielder Flores, and he'll make the grab. One away in the 5th.
Third baseman number 17, Ben Sword.
Hinderleiter hit it hard, but Flores played it perfectly, got a good read, good jump, and makes the catch for the first out. Off the bat was looking like extra bases, but it just died, and Flores made the catch. One away for the third baseman, Benjamin Swords. Swords grounded out to second in his first trip to the plate. His first at-bat of the series, as he didn't play in Game 1. Marcus starts him off with a nice inside slider. Swords a .262 hitter, looking for his first hit on the day. Swing and a miss through the elevated fastball. He's behind 0-2. Another batter that Marcus is working way ahead of is dealing out there on the mound. 0-2 pitch goes into his windup, deals 0-2. And a nice slider trying to induce a chase from Swords. He's gotten plenty of swings and misses on that outside slider. Swords lays off. Count goes to 1-2 now. And on 1-2, Marcus deals inside corner, a perfect strikeout pitch, and Swords goes down looking for out number 2. That's the pitch that when Marcus has it working, so hard to hit off of when he just finds that inside corner. Can't locate it better than that. His 4th strikeout of the game. And now the DH, Donovan Brandel, up to the plate. Fouls off the first pitch way early, just like his first at-bat. Brandel struck out looking on an outside fastball from Marcus in the 3rd. The pitcher that's DHing for the Rafters in this game chops another one foul. 3 consecutive batters. Marcus gets down 0-2. He retired the first 2. Only Swords, though, on strikes. And we'll look for another 1-2-3 frame. Only 2 batters have reached so far. Addy Burrow on a hit by pitch in the 3rd. And Mackenzie Irves on a walk in the 4th. 0-2 count. Marcus way ahead. Rocks into his windup. Deals 0-2. Grounder right side. Monroe fields, and he will step on the bag. Another 1-2-3 frame for Jacob Marcus. And the Pittsburghers are leading 5-0 after 5 innings of play. We'll go to the 6th inning here with the bottom 2 due up, Proctor and Traficante, and then top of the lineup for Traverse City on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Witter Field in Wisconsin Rapids for the 6th inning of a 7-inning game. So 2 innings remaining. Traverse City is on top 5-0, looking to split the 2-game set with Wisconsin Rapids and get into the win column in the second half of the season. The first half champs have been on the ropes for the entire last pretty much 2 weeks of the season as they finished the first half 8-10, but were still able to secure first place in the Great Lakes East and secure the first half title as Kenosha swept them to even the standings for the final series. But Traverse City got a lot of help from the Madison Mallards, who swept Kenosha, and Traverse City clinched the first half title before even playing their final game of the first half against the Kalamazoo Growlers. And good thing Madison bailed them out because they lost 18-2 in the finale after winning 16-2 in Game 1. After that big loss to the Growlers, 9-2 loss in Game 1, had a 27-4 run differential in their last 2 games. And so it's nice to see them go on top 5-0 through 5 here with 8 hits after only 3 hits last game. Adam Proctor will lead off this inning. First pitch swinging, rips one hard down the right side. It's going to drop in front of Mackenzie Irves for a leadoff base hit. Proctor into the hit column. First pitch thrown from Colin Kiernan, and Proctor's all over it and rips it into right field for a leadoff single. Irves, a good right fielder, not able to track that one down, though, as it falls harmlessly for a hit. The 9th hit for the Pittsburghers in this ball game. And Proctor now becomes the 7th Pittsburgher to get a base hit in the ball game. Only 2 players in the lineup do not have a base hit. One of them at the plate now, Camden Traficante. First pitch in the dirt and a good block by Eberle keeps it in front. Traficante struck out his first at-bat and popped out to the pitcher trying to put down a bunt his last time up. One of only 2 players not to get a hit, but because Tito Flores walked his last at-bat, that means Traff is the only batter not to even reach base so far in the game. Could be his last chance here in the 6th with only 1 inning left after. Has a 2-0 count, a good hitter's count, and we'll watch the 2-0 outside. Now it's 3-0. And the 3-0, Traff taking the whole way, watches a fastball right down the heart of the plate for the first strike. And if he gets that same pitch again, would expect him to put a good swing on it. Kiernan looks at Proctor at first. Here comes the 3-1 to Traficante. The pitch, big swing, fouls it off the left side and out of play to run the count full. Kiernan making his 7th relief appearance on the season. Has not faced the Pittsburghers yet. First time. Gets set for a 3-2 pitch. And deals. Traficante swing, got a piece of it, but into the glove of Eberle for a strikeout. First strikeout by Kiernan. His 25th on the season. A good strikeout pitcher. He struck out 24 of 84 coming into tonight, so now 25 of 86 to only 8 walks, a good ratio there, but a 6.23 ERA on the season. This is his first appearance not only against the Traverse City Pittsburghers, but a Great Lakes East team. He's only faced the Great Lakes West thus far. Gave up the leadoff hit to Proctor, but struck out Traficante. Top of the order back up, and Zeb Rouse rips one hard into center. Chasing Burrow back, and Burrow will make the catch in the right center field gap to retire Zeb for the second out. And I know that hurts Zeb Rouse, who all season long has hit balls on the screws with exit velos over 95. and unable to find holes in the outfield. The worst one of all, the final game against the Kenosha Kingfish, in what would have been a go-ahead solo shot at Turtle Creek Stadium, had an exit velo of 101 miles per hour, launch angle of 30 degrees. And for people that don't know about those numbers right off the top, that is pretty much a no-doubt home run at any ballpark, as Adam Proctor steals second base, showing off the speed on the delayed steal. Caught everyone sleeping out there and takes second base. Proctor showing off the speed there, gets himself in a scoring position now for Miles Symington. And that ball by Zeb at Turtle Creek, pretty much any other ballpark, is sailing by plenty. Probably about a 380 or so foot ball, but at Turtle Creek, the wind kills it. Now a 2-0 count to Symington. And he'll take outside for 3-0.
5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Pittsburgh. No runs, no hits. 3 errors for the Rafters.
Symington way ahead 3-0. See if he gets a green light on a good pitch. Kiernan looks at Proctor at second, deals 3-0, and Symington does take a big hack on 3-0. And now 3-1 count to Symington. Proctor got himself in a scoring position, so a base hit could score him. The 3-1 now off the plate, and Symington will walk down to first for the second time in a row. Singled his last time in the 5th, walks here. He's been on base his last 2 at-bats. Last time he was on base, he did score. And now into the box, Tito Flores. Flores 0 for 2. He did walk and come around to score his last time up in the 5th. We'll bat here with 2 on and 2 outs. First pitch to him from Kiernan. He'll take, and a back pick down to first. But the first baseman, Castillo, not covering the bag. Symington was pretty far off if it was a good throw, and Proctor giving him a little bit of flack out there. As a good throw, well, if Castillo was covering first, may have gotten Symington leaning. So Proctor just giving him a little bit of grief on that one. A 1-0 pitch coming to Flores. Kiernan deals, and Flores will shoot it straight back for a foul ball. Count evens at 1-1. Proctor, one of the jokesters, you could say, on the team. Always going at it with the hitting coach, Jeff Chonko. And loves going at it with Miles Symington as well, as he just did there. 1-1 pitch here to Flores. Kiernan looks and deals. Flores takes for a strike call. That looked a little outside, but a called strike. Count goes now to 1-2, and Flores will have to protect with 2 strikes. Eberle a little crossed up there. And now a 1-2 pitch can get out of the inning here. Kiernan deals. Flores stays alive with a chopper down the left side. Good breaking ball from Kiernan. Colin Kiernan looks in again. Another 1-2 coming to Tito Flores. With 2 on and 2 outs. Top of the 6th, the pitch. Flores, chopper to third, should end the inning. Swords makes the play. Oh, bobbles it and does not have a play. A slow roller there. will allow Tito Flores to reach on the third Rafter error of the ball game. It was a slow roller that Swords had on a short hop. And in and out of the glove. Couldn't recover to make a throw in time to get Tito at first. So now, big spot as the bases are juiced with 2 outs for Chris Monroe, the big first baseman, the biggest bat in the lineup, the leading RBI producer. Big swing and a miss on an elevated fastball. Monroe already has an RBI hit in this game. He had an RBI single in the 5th. Last time he stepped in with the bases loaded was at Kalamazoo, and he hit a grand slam over the left field seats. Lines one into right field. That's going to be at least one more. Symington's getting the wave around. The throw comes in from Irvs to the plate, and not in time. It gets away. And Symington called out at home because he didn't touch home on the dive. And that's a big call, as the runners were over on second and third with 2 outs. The big inning was going to continue. It would have been 2 RBIs for Monroe. Instead, just 1 as Symington's called out. Proctor even pointed towards home plate to tell him to touch it, and he didn't touch it, so the inning's over. But the Pittsburghers do increase their lead. They're up 6-0 now over the Rafters as we go to the bottom 6th on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Witter Field in Wisconsin Rapids. Pittsburghers increased their lead to 6-0. Would have been 7-0, but Miles Symington failed to touch home plate on that last go-round. Would have been a 2 RBI base knock for Monroe, instead just 1. And Marcus quickly moving ahead. 1 and 2 of the leadoff batter, Weston Eberly, the Rafter catcher. 1-2 pitch here. Line down the line, foul ball down the left side. And that's a huge call as it keeps the Rafters out of the hit column. Eberle smoked that one down the left side, just barely fouled down the line.
Umpire Rick Freitas, who was at home, call that was close. If any of it is over the back.
Third base umpire instantly on that one. And another 1-2, and Eberle's able to fight that one off.
That was a close play. I mean, we do sometimes wonder with umpires that they are aware of a moment and where the zero is in the hit column, and in the back of their mind, it's human nature to make calls.
Another 1-2 coming from Marcus. That ball floated right center field. Symington over, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. That one looked like it had a chance to fall, but not quite.
Really flies out. It's a Batty Burrow. Just the second time
And that will
in the sixth inning.
keep history intact here as Addy Burrow comes up to the plate. The 9-hole hitter for the Rafters was hit by a pitch in the third, was the first batter to reach base against Jacob Marcus. First pitch, grounder to second. Younger's there. He'll make the play, make the easy toss to first. 2 quick outs. And now the top of the order up for the Rafters. And after the Rafters had a big game 1 with 12 hits, they have about 12 less than that in this game. As Marcus is rolling here in the 6th. Has only put on 2 batters, one in the 3rd, one in the 4th. A new hitter coming up for the Rafters. Taking out Cooper Kornblum, who was 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs. And they're going to make the move to Blake Mann, the pinch hitter. First pitch to the new hitter, Mann. He'll take it on the outside corner for a strike. Mann hitless his last game against Green Bay. His last game against the Pittsburghers, he only played 1 game. He took Jacob Marcus's Richmond teammate, Jeremy Neff, deep. At the time, the only home run hit at Turtle Creek Stadium. Now a 1-1 pitch from Marcus. Tried to get the slider, but too far outside. The count goes to 2-1 to Mann.
3 years with Richmond, native of Melbourne, Pennsylvania.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Marcus looking to send it to the 7th if he can get Mann. The 2-1 pitch. Inside corner, fastball for a strike. Marcus has 4 strikeouts already. If he gets 1 more, he's going to break his little rhythm he's got where he just continuously gets 4 strikeouts. See if he gets a 5th here. 2-2 count, 2 outs, rocks into the windup. Deals on 2-2, inside corner but low. Trey Younger at second base started to run off the field thinking that was strike 3. But the at-bat will continue. The count full now to Mann. Here is the full count pitch. Marcus deals. Mann lines to short. Traficante on a 1-hop. Throws to first. Got him. 1 inning remaining for a little history here at Witter Field. We go to the final inning of this doubleheader. 6-0 lead for Traverse City. We'll return in just a minute on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Witter Field here in Wisconsin Rapids. The Rafters trailing Traverse City 6-0 after winning 9-2 in Game 1. Jacob Marcus has held the Rafters to just 2 base runners on the entire day. A walk and a hit by pitch, so you know what that means. I don't need to say it. 2, 3, 4 will come up for the Rafters in the bottom half. But first, the top half, and Michael Steigels leading things off. He would have batted with runners on third and second with 2 outs, but Miles Symington failed to touch home plate last inning and was ruled out to finish the 5th. Or the 6th. Yeah. First pitch to him high. New pitcher Andrew Duran, who was the DH in Game 1. Turns around now and pitches from the mound. His 8th appearance on the season. Steigels swinging second pitch into center field for a base knock. His 2nd hit on the day, or on the game. 3rd for the day. Steigels with his 3rd single on the day. 2nd in the game, and that will bring in Trey Younger. Younger's been on base every time as he singled on a bunt in the 2nd, doubled in the 4th on some good base running, taking 2nd when no one was looking, and reached on another bunt his last at-bat, but the throw went wide into right field, and he was thrown out trying to take the extra bag. 2 for 3 for him on the night. Steigels a good lead. First pitch swinging into center, and that's going to drop in front of Burrow. Younger with a 3-hit night. The 2nd pitch hitter with 3 hits on the game, going along with Chris Monroe. Monroe 3 for 4. Now Younger 3 for 4. And Steigels 2 for 3. The 3 right there in the middle, 4, 5, 6, with multiple hits in the game. Now a guy looking for his 2nd hit to give him a multiple hit game. Christian Faust at the plate. Singled home 2 runs back in the 4th. The first 2 runs of the game. Singled home those 2, has not come around to score though. So 1st and 2nd with a couple leadoff hits. Faust at the plate. 0-1 count to him. Swings and misses on a, looks like a slider or a curveball from Duran, a breaking ball. And he's behind 0-2 in the count. 2nd time in the game that the pitch hitters have had multiple hits to lead off an inning. Also did it in the 5th. They put on multiple runners to lead off an inning in the 2nd with a single and then a walk. And then another single. And total is the 3rd inning they've had multiple base hits at any point. They had 3 consecutive hits in the 4th. 1-2 count now to Christian Faust. Duran checks on Steigels at 2nd, deals. Faust swings and misses at the curve, but cannot go down to 1st on the drop 3rd strike as there are bases occupied, and Faust goes down swinging for the 2nd time in the game. So that'll bring up the catcher, Adam Proctor. Proctor popped out his first at-bat in the 2nd, reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, and singled to lead off the 6th and scored the 1 run last inning. Has 2 on here with 1 away against Duran. First pitch gets away from Eberle. Runner down to 3rd. Steigels safe. Eberle tried to recover but wasn't able to. Steigels to 3rd, Younger to 2nd, and now an RBI shot for the Traverse City catcher.
Completed a game without allowing a hit on July 5th, 2019.
1-0 pitch to Proctor. Big swing, fouls it back, out of play. Count evens 1-1.
That's your windshield. Call Al's Auto Glass at 572-2046. Call Lars at Al's Auto Glass
Count evens at 1-1 for the Traverse City catcher.
This is a crazy one. In 2018, the Bismarck Lugs met
Duran getting set. Trying to strain the runners at third and second. Only one away.
hitter
Deals. Proctor checks the swing. Ball called on the outside part.
0-0.
Looked a little low, and it's now 2-1 hitters count for Proctor.
There's no player. And it's counted in the books as a no-hitter. There have not been that many in Northwoods League history.
Proctor with 10 RBIs on the season, trying to add on to the total with 11, maybe 12. And fouls one off. Just got a piece off the end of the bat. A little nod of the head as if to say, that's a good pitch. And the count evens at 2-2.
There have been 24 no-hitters in Northwoods League history. There have been none in Traverse City Pittsburgh. The Rafters have been no-hit twice in their history. Madison in 2010, the Eau Claire in 2011.
A 2-2 here to Proctor. Duran deals. Proctor swing and a miss on the off-speed from Duran. And there's two away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Duran. And now last chance for Traficante. Last batter in the lineup.
History in the bottom of the second.
And the only player not to reach base safely in the game for Traverse City. All players have reached. 7 of them on a hit. Flores on a walk. Checks the swing, but went around for a first strike. Traficante has struck out twice and popped up a bunt to the pitcher. Unproductive day at the plate, but has made great plays in the field.
Marcus, the Richmond Spider.
0-1 here. Duran misses off the plate on an off-speed pitch.
Spitter 10, but no one has actively ever thrown down. Kind of ready if we need him. But a guy hasn't allowed a hit. Get more. Especially with Marcus at 79 pitches. Well, with
The 1-1, and it skips in the dirt. Traficante tells Steigels at third to hold.
nothing overpowering, uses 5'10", but if the Rafters off balance, prime balance, and often when you
A 2-1 hitters count now for Traficante as he tries to reach base for the first time. He can do so with a hit and add on to the lead.
the only really close one.
Duran looks in and deals on 2-1. Traficante watches it, gets away from the catcher. Steigels got a late break. The throw to the plate is in. Plenty of time to nail Steigels. Steigels got a late jump on the pass ball, and that allowed Eberle to gather himself, make the play, make a good throw to Duran covering the plate, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Marcus taking the mound, trying to make a little bit of history in the Northwoods League when we return on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Witter Field Jacob Marcus 3 outs away from a little bit of history here. Check swing. Irvs went around. 0-2.
1 walk, 1 hit back, 4 strikeouts for Jacob Marcus.
0-2 pitch coming.
First no-hitter since 2019.
Marcus dealing here. 0-2 to Irvs. Swing and a miss. 1 away. 2 outs away now.
Autographs underneath the home plate grandstand presented by Real Team of First Weather Realty.
What a pitching performance by Marcus.
Number 4, E.J. Exposito.
Has plenty of pitches to work with here. Only thrown 82. He can throw 110. First pitch to Exposito in the strike zone for a strike. Only 24 times in Northwoods League history has there been a no-hitter. Inside, just off the corner. No one has thrown a no-hitter since 2019, July 5th to be exact. Almost 2 years to the date. 1-1 pitch to Exposito. Checks the swing. And did not go around. A 2. Look, I guess he did go around. 1-2 count to Exposito. Fly ball right field. Symington dives, makes the catch. Unbelievable. He keeps history intact here at Witter Field, and we're 1 out away. Take a look at that play, folks, if this thing comes to fruition. The game-saving play on a bloop by Exposito. Symington with a defensive gem. 1 more out, and it's up.
Is the last batter to try to prevent history. It will be a bench.
1 more out needed here in the ball game.
Who will come in to try to prevent history for Jacob Marcus.
First pitch. Swing and a miss. There's 1 strike. Pinch hitter for the Rafters, trying to get something here. Second pitch, blocked by Proctor, low in the dirt. Proctor going to have a talk with his pitcher. Jacob Marcus's line, 6 2/3, 88 pitches, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, 5 strikeouts.
By the Northwoods League, that is called a no-hitter.
1-1 pitch to Dickerson. Fouls it out of play, and we're a strike away. Elijah Dickerson trying to prevent the no-no. Was 0 for 4 in game 1. Pinch hitting here, trying to prevent it. 1-2 count. 2 outs in the 7th. Marcus rocks into the windup. Deals outside. Trying to make a good pitch. Still ahead. Has a couple pitches to work with. We'll do the 2-2 now. Gets the sign. The 2-2. Deals. Swung on and missed. A no-hitter for Jacob Marcus. Marcus no-hits the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters, and the team storms the field. No hits for Jacob Marcus, the first since July 5th, 2019, almost 2 years to the date. The 25th no-hitter in Northwoods League history belongs to Jacob Marcus. Only the 3rd time that the Rafters have been no-hit. The very first no-hitter for Traverse City belongs to the Richmond right-hander, Jacob Marcus. What a pitching performance. Caps it off with a pair of strikeouts in the 7th. only allowed 2 base runners all day, a hit by pitch and a walk.
Unlike anything we have seen in the Northwoods League.
One of the most amazing pitching performances that you will see this season.
2019 in the Northwoods League.
And that has to be up there
Finished it with a strikeout.
as best performance so far. Might be the best so far. And I think Jacob Marcus well on his way to Northwoods League Pitcher of the Night. Traverse City has not had a Pitcher of the Night, though they've had a couple Players of the Night. A wonderful pitching performance from Marcus seals a 6-0 win for Traverse City. They split the series against Wisconsin Rapids, and they will take on Fond du Lac tomorrow for 2 games up in Fond du Lac before they return home after their 6-game road trip. History here at Witter Field, 25th no-hitter, first for Traverse City. Jacob Marcus, beautiful tonight, best performance that man has probably had in his career. And it splits the series for Traverse City. First win of the second half. The first half champions have a no-hit. And that electric stuff here on the fields. And that's going to do it for this broadcast until tomorrow when this team takes on the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders. Not sure how they can top this performance, but they're going to try when they go to Fond du Lac tomorrow. That's all for me now. No hitter here in Witter Fields. Unbelievable. No words to describe this moment. So I'm going to sign off. See you tomorrow in Fond du Lac. Check out the official Twitter page at TC Pittsbitters for all the info on start time, roster, lineup, starting pitcher, etc. That's it for me, Stephen Walker on Pittsbitter Radio, and we'll see you tomorrow in Fond du Lac.